a few new stories for you. Before that, an addition or a correction. In the previous video, we talked about Bezabeh Petros, an Ethiopian pilot who was taken prisoner in Eritrea, but he was not released and he died there. And today in SNNPR, in his birth town, a statue was erected to commemorate his services. He was captured twice in Eritrea. First, he was captured when Mengistu Haile Mariam was ruling Ethiopia, and EPLF, TPLF were fighting to overthrow Mengistu Haile Mariam. So he went to Eritrea to carry out some airstrikes. His plane was hit. He managed to survive. He landed safely. He was arrested, but he was freed by Eritrean government. Then in Ethiopia-Eritrea war, 1998-2000 war, he again tried to carry out airstrikes on Eritrea, and this time again his plane was hit. He managed to survive. He landed safely. His plane was hit. He was arrested. This time he was not released. Eritrea took this position that he was not a prisoner of war. He was a criminal. So he was not released because he carried out attack on Eritrea twice, and later he died in Eritrea. Now it's some news stories for you. Before these news stories, I have a few pictures for you of a couple. I liked these pictures. I want to share them with you. Ethiopian athlete Yomiff Kajelcha has tied the knot with an artist. You can see the pictures of this cute couple on your screen. I like this couple, so I thought of sharing this picture with you. Yomiff Kajelcha is an Ethiopian athlete, and he has married this girl. Now, some new stories for you viewers. Firstly, we have a new story from South Wallo, Dasi Kambolcha, about Fano. Secondly, today, hearing of a case against ENDF, former ENDF journals was held at an Ethiopian court. Among these journals are General Tadesse Varade, General Sadkan, General Megbe. And lastly, some protests were held across Afar region today. People took to the streets in several towns of Afar today. Firstly, viewers, we know that Fano has entered South Wallo. A few days ago, we saw a graduation ceremony of newly recruited Fano members at a stadium in Dasi. So in Dasi, now there is Fano. In Kambolcha, there is Fano. Today, Fanos of Dasi, Kambolcha, and South Wallo, though South Wallo, Dasi, Kambolcha are in South Wallo. But these three Fanos today announced to work together. You can see some pictures on your screen. These are pictures of some Fano members from Dasi, Kambolcha, and South Wallo, means other parts of South Wallo. So Fanos of these three regions will work together. The three Fanos have named their Fano group as Amhara Fanos. The name of this Fano is Amhara Fanos, and it will consist of Fanos of Dasi, Kambolcha, and South Wallo, other parts of South Wallo. So Fano is trying to organize, it means. Now this is Fano of Wallo. We could see Fanos of Gojam and Gondar as well announce the organizations in coming days, because we have seen statements from Ethiopian federal government, from intelligence agency of Ethiopia, that Fano should be reshaped. It should be organized. Perhaps that is why today newly formed Fanos of Dasi, Kajelcha, South Wallo, they announced to work together. Secondly, viewers, we know that on the 3rd of November 2020, an attack was carried out on Northern Command of Ethiopian National Defense Force, and Ethiopian government said that TPLF members carried out the attack, and some ENDF generals, they also supported this attack. And Ethiopian government charged TPLF leaders and ENDF commanders, serving and former, with treason, with terrorism. So a criminal case is pending against these members. Some have been arrested. Out of 74 total accused, 20 have been arrested so far. And most of them are at large, like TDF, like General Migbe, General Sadkan. All are accused in this case. Today, hearing of this case was held at Federal High Court of Ethiopia. Federal police appeared, and Federal Police Commissioner said that the police was unable to arrest Varede, Migbe, and Sadkan, as they're in Tigray. So judges today directed that through media, through press, the journalists be intimated, the accused be intimated to defend themselves at the court. The court does not want to sentence them in absentia. The court wants to give them a chance to defend. Don't think that these channels are going to appear at the court. The case is still pending. What we've learned is that so far, these members arrested and at large, they have not been sentenced by the court so far. Lastly, viewers, in Afar region, several protests were held today in Dopti, in Gilalo, and Samra as well. We heard that some large rallies were taken out against TDF's attack on Afar. We know that in several places fighting is still going on Tigray-Afar border. So people took the streets against Tigray fighters, that they are killing civilians. More than 200,000 people in Afar have been displaced so far. Most sources confirm that from Abala, Megale, other Vardas, more than 200,000 have been displaced so far, and displacements continue because fighting is still going on and there is no announcement of any ceasefire. That is why these protests happen today. Of course, government backed. The government wants to inform the international community that it's now Tigray fighters, or which Tigray forces, which are aggressors in Afar. We could see some of these such protests abroad as well. The purpose of these protests is to tell the world that Tigray is attacking civilians in Afar. We could see such protests in the US, in the UK in coming days. Thank you for watching.